Alright, the next story quest is A Party Soon Divided. Ominous title, given to us by the manager of Suites, where we, Independence, where we have our room. Good evening to you, miss. I do hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the Occular. He asks that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. It's D&D. D&D Beyond. It's D&D. Oh, that's a fun sitting spot. Looks entirely uncomfortable, though. Alright, to the Crystarium gate keep to enter the Occular. Oh, cutscene, by the way. You see the blue, various shades of blue crystal walls, the gold inlaid doors that are made of a strong, dark wood. Tubes of blue crystal here and there as well along the walls and doors and such. Our Scions are here looking... Alphinaud looks kind of stern. Alisaie is the first to turn to us.
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
What's his, like, sect? Like, Enos sect? What's his name? I couldn't put it in the last description because I forgot it. But yeah, he's here, the Ascian.
Please.
Emet-Selch.
Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon?
Very soon. Emet-Selch. Or Selch.
Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe.
I can't trust your promise. What are you talking about?
Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
Indeed.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
An elephant's faithful 100%.
Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword, prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies. Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth.
His eyes are particularly off-putting. The irises are yellow. Kind of like maybe a gold yellow. Always looks really like dully looking somewhere, like bored. Just...
Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs.
I think I've described him in a previous video.
And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity.
Let's try to do it quickly again. So, brown hair for the most part that only goes like a little bit like to the bottom of his ears, so not very far, but it is thick. He's got one maybe like inch and a half wide shock of gray or silver hair on the right side of his head. Like he's got a middle part, almost a middle part, but just one shock that goes to the right side of his face. Wearing kind of fur clothing, gold shoulder pauldrons that are probably more showy than what's the word? Useful, not the right word, but functional. There you go. He's got a kind of plus, like a humanoid kind of shaped pendant on his right breast of the jacket, the fur-lined jacket, really thickly fur-lined, especially by the neck. And then the left side seems to be a lot of medals. Like he was, the leader of the Empire, the creator of the Empire. And most of his clothing is like a dark blue, or maybe even verging on black or dark, really dark gray.
Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was.
Really angular features in his face, by the way. Thin, but not like gaunt, but angular.
Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes. Difficult decisions lie ahead of you.
I never make mistakes.
Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
I'm occasionally entertaining. Once again, that dark purple, kind of black void thingy swallows him as a way of teleporting out.
What was that all about?
I don't know.
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips.
Yeah, maybe trying to make us think that destroying the Light Wardens would actually serve the Ascian's cause.
Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
So a colonel, perhaps, is one option. Not one jot is another. I don't know, but if he crosses us, I'll make him wish he hadn't. I don't know, but if he crosses us, I'll make him wish he hadn't. And you do that fist and palm thing in front of you.
I'm sure you will. But consider for a moment. If he meant simply to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did.
How so?
It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question.
Yep.
But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
The Exarch walks up a few paces.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters. I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Eulmore, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Ahm Areng, and Raktika remain.
I thought he said Ahm Areng, but I think he did say Ahm Areng.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Ahm Areng in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Eulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Lisa's in here somewhere too, right? And Kryl? Didn't she get knocked out as well?
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me. You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
He's looking at Urianger while he speaks.
'Twould be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
He hands a letter to...
What's that?
Or he holds it up.
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Eulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Loran.
And you're just gonna go? Yeah, everybody's a little bit...
Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged.
Must you?
Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take.
I did not know your power was dependent on proximity to the tower until just now. Puts the letter back in his pocket.
Master Alphinaud, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Eulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
I guess I'm going to find Ystrola. That wasn't really made clear what my job is, but I think that's what I'm getting. Alright, speak with the Crystal Exarch again here. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There's a church, or rather the ruins of a church, at Fort Job. Might I ask that you go there before seeking out Ystrola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet within that hall there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove of use to Ystrola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Raktika, we shall journey unto Fort Job, that we might secure this relic, says Oriange. Ote. Do I have Fort? I have Fort Job. 160. Let's just go. No, I'm not using a ticket for 160. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And it appears I am meeting with yet another fucking level. Far be it from me to like try to keep all of my jobs at similar levels. It's becoming quite unmanageable. But just to finish this video, I gotta switch over to White Mage, which is like newly 74 still. It's my only 74. Here amidst these ruins we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hollowed howl the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. Well, sorry, I'm not gonna be quick because I gotta level everything up now. We got a level 403 headgear coffer. Nice. Experience points on my White Mage I didn't really need on that particular job, but it is what it is. I'm back at the top of my list for sponsor non-sponsors. So Slim Fast High Protein Shake. Use my code in the link in my description to purchase it, and I believe you can purchase any of the flavors that that link will give you a choice. And I will get credit. But I love them for protein after a workout. They're delicious. Ta-ta.